Okay, CSDS parents, we're going to go over the makeup for this year's competition. The things that are required are your Razzle Dazzle dark gray and white eyeshadow. Also your Razzle Dazzle blush that comes in your makeup kit. And your glue, your Razzle Dazzle glue to help make your eyeshadow stick. In addition, this year we are switching to CoverGirl 521 Internal Flame lipstick. You will also need your fake eyelashes and your eyelash glue, preferably in 101. If your child is very fair skin, 110 will do. Powder and concealer, you're going to have to make sure that they are shades that match your child's skin tone. You don't want it too dark or it's going to look orange, and you don't want it too light or it's going to look like they're glowing like a ghost. A nice mascara to help blend your eyelashes. If you want to reuse your eyelashes, then I would not use the mascara, because once you use the mascara, you'll have to discard your eyelashes. A lip liner that is similar to the shade that we have this year, and then a black eyeliner is optional as well. Makeup brushes, toothpicks for helping me apply the eyelashes, a small pair of scissors, makeup wipes to help remove some of the excess makeup because sometimes the eyeshadows can get a little messy, and then these things from Almay, they're fabulous.
Okay, we're going to start with the eyes because they could be kind of messy. And you're going to take your Razzle Dazzle glue and take it from the lash line all the way up to right below the eyebrow. This will help your eyeshadow stick and last all day. Next, you're going to take your white eyeshadow and run that from below your eyebrow all the way down to the lash line. You want to do this because it's going to give you a nice base and it's going to make it easier for you to blend. Then we're going to take the dark gray eyeshadow and put it all over the lid. You want to stop at the crease, don't go above the crease. It will make quite a mess because it's a loose powder, but I'm going to show you how to go back and clean that up in just a moment. After you've finished applying the eyeshadow, go back in with a blending brush and just blend the crease because you don't want any harsh lines. It tends to look a little clown-like. As you can see, the loose powder can make a mess everywhere, and that's when you could go back in with your moistened makeup remover towelettes and clean that up. If you can't get close enough to the eye with the makeup wipe, you can always take the Almay makeup eraser stick, and those will get nice and tight right up by that lash line, give you a nice clean crisp line, and then you could go back and do your concealer and foundation. When you've completed your eyeshadow application, you could go back and take your concealer under the eye. Make sure it's not too dark or too light. It should be invisible once you blend it in with a sponge. After blending the concealer, it's time to apply the false lashes. Before I apply the false lashes, I like to line the top lash line with black eyeliner. This does two things. One, it helps me blend the natural lash with the false lash. And two, it gives me something to aim for when I am applying the false lash. I prefer to use a gel liner because it's easier for me to manipulate and I find that it glides on the eye nice and smooth, but you can use any black liner that you are comfortable with. When dealing with false lashes, it's important to know that it's not a one-size-fits-all. Sometimes you need to trim the end of the lash to make it fit your eye. I then take my toothpick and put a little bit of eyelash glue and run it down the length of my eyelash. It does not take a lot of glue for this application. And you also want the eyelash to get a little bit tacky before you apply it to the eye. If it's too wet, it's going to smear all over the place. So give it a few seconds, let that glue get a little tacky. It looks white when it goes on, but it will dry clear. When applying the lashes, you want to aim for the center of the eye and slowly roll the edges out. Again, you want to make sure that you are applying it as close to the natural lash line as possible. Sometimes after you've applied your lashes, you might see little pieces of where there was a little too much glue and there's a little extra shine there. You can always go back with your liner and blend that again. The last thing I like to do in regards to the lashes is to use the mascara to help curl those lashes up and out of their eyes and help blend the false lashes with the natural lashes. The only downside to this is once you use the mascara, you won't be able to reuse those eyelashes. Once you've completed the eyes, you could go ahead and apply the powder. Again, make sure that it's not too dark or it'll appear orange, or too light because that'll make them look too pasty. Then it's time for the blush. This blush does go on rather dark at first, so you can always go back with your foundation brush and blend it. Make sure you don't make perfect circles on their cheeks or lines across their face. You want a very blended, natural look. The final step is to apply the lipstick. I like to put concealer over the lips first because it does two things. One, it helps keep the lipstick in place so you don't get bleeding. And two, it gives you a nice crisp line around the lips so that those lips really pop when they're on stage. Then I apply my lip liner, any lip liner that is similar in shade to the lipstick. I always start in the center and work my way out. You start at your Cupid's bow, then work your way out to the corners, and then the bottom lip, you start in the center and again work your way out to the corners. After I've lined my lips, I'll go back and I will fill them in. Again, it's just another extra step, so if I don't get my lipstick perfect when they're on the stage, it'll look nice and blended. Then the lipstick is a two-step process. First, you're going to put the stain on the lip and give it a few seconds to set up and dry. And then finally, you'll put the gloss over the lip. And that makes it nice and shiny and natural looking. And that's it. That is your 2015-2016 CSDS makeup tutorial.